Being a ref is a hard job. You have to constantly pay attention to both sides. However, sometimes they mess up big time. These are some of the most outrageous calls that I have ever seen on YouTube. We're gonna start off very strong with this one. This has to be one of the worst travels I have ever seen in a long time.
Don't let him get shot, okay, man? Beez!
That's another foul. That's really another
Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Come on, bro.
Yes, sir.
AK, you know that. Come
Yes,
on, bro.
sir.
It's not. Why
He only took four. No, he only took 4 steps. No, he only took 4. He only took 4. He only took 4.
Someone please explain to me how was that not a travel? If that ever happened to me, I would have probably walked off the court. There is no way that's not a travel. It was probably both a travel and a carry at the same time. No calls on that is crazy. And it happened multiple times.
Yeah, I traveled. I did travel that time. I took 5 of them.
Yeah.
He just told you to drop trap.
Wait.
Yes, sir.
Stop reaching, kid. Stop reaching, kid. Pause. Yo.
Scoob was doing a rematch against Hoodie Cal. The game was fair with both sides getting calls and overall clean game until the end this happened.
Reggie, that was pretty early. That was pretty early, Reg.
Serious? Ref, I'm right here. You gave him the ball. Is that what we doing?
Scoob was not even in position and the refs just gave the ball to Cal, giving him a wide open shot. Even while Scoob was complaining, the refs counted it as a game winner. That has to be the refs' fault. No offense to either of them, but that is literally unfair. If the refs make a bad call or ignore an obvious foul, it wouldn't be as bad as having them being literally biased and picking one hooper over the other. That's exactly what happened when Rob and Burke played against Nitty and Zay. Rob was cooking both Zay and Nitty. However, Nitty and Zay would get every single call despite them fouling and borderline hacking. And yet, whenever Burke or Rob even attempt to touch either of them, the refs would immediately blow the whistle. Just look at how one-sided this was.
This game must be perfect. I have not seen Burke in a while. Wow, ref. Yeah. Nobody good. Yep. Nitty gotta be good. That's a fuck.
Despite all of those one-sided calls, this one right here is the worst of them all. They gave this man Rob an offensive foul after he was fouled earlier that possession.
Big stop.
How you think I grabbed him for, though?
Terrible call and overall very biased refs. It was so bad that everyone was protesting on IG and YouTube comments. I believe 100% Rob and Burke would have won that had the refs been more fair and neutral. Speaking of offensive fouls and terrible calls, Cam Wilder played against Cash Nasty in the Creator League tournament. And as well as we know, Cash is a fan favorite and the House of Highlights clearly favors him. The game was an absolute hackfest. Cash hacking Cam almost every defensive play was a literal wrestling match. Cam got some calls, but most of them went unnoticed by the refs. This game literally pissed me off. It was not a fair game whatsoever. And then the worst one of them all happened. Cash literally dropped his shoulder and shoved himself into Cam's chest, dropping him to the floor, and refused to accept that as an offensive foul. And the refs just went with it.
Ooh, nasty bully. Nothing, no call. Wait, that's it. I believe that's it, Deuce.
Terrible game winner. Overall one-sided refs, which reminded me a lot of this game, Hoodie Cal versus Nesco. A very intense game indeed. However, you can't tell me that the refs were not biased towards Nesco. They literally let him get away with so many fouls, and yet Cal got no leniency whatsoever. The fact that somehow this is not a foul is crazy. No wonder Kel lost that game. Anyone would have lost if your opponent can hack you and you can't do the same. This one is funny, but I still think it makes the list. Rob got fouled and complained that he got no call, and the ref gave him a tech instead. It is what it is. The refs are very human and sometimes they make terrible calls.
I'm always trying to walk the line between us. So pay no mind to my pride. I don't need it.